All right, welcome back to another After Dark, everyone. Hope you all are having a good night so far, and I apologize for how late this is. I wasn't planning on doing an After Dark tonight, but considering the news, I figured I'd hop on real quick and do a little bonus work. Okay, I don't know what happened yet. I got a notification on my phone that Wemby's out for possibly the rest of the season. I don't exactly know what happened, but I gotta find out because I'm really disappointed because basically he was becoming my favorite player in the league right now. Seeing him play both ends of the floor, high intensity defense and being just a freak of nature on offense. I've been really worried he's going to get injured. Let me put it that way. Since he was drafted, I was always worried he's going to get injured, and that's going to be the thing that prevents him from, hitting some kind of legendary level was injuries, and it might be the case here. But I'm checking out Commissioner Dynamo's video on this. Let's see. It's called Victor Wembanyama out for the season due to a blood clot. Prayers to him and his family. Shoot, a blood. Oh man. Okay, we got to get into this. I got to find out what's going on. But yeah, I've been busy all day and I have not been able to look into this. So let's go ahead and do this. Link in the original Dynamo video down below in the description, like I always do. Check out his channel. Fantastic stuff. Let's damn.
Hey everybody, today I come bearing very sad and unfortunate news concerning Victor Wembanyama of the San Antonio Spurs, who is due to miss the remainder of the season after being diagnosed with a blood clot, specifically deep vein thrombosis. It's been reported that Wembanyama first started feeling symptomatic after the All-Star game. Not knowing what it was, of course, he decided to take some time for himself. This did little to assuage any of his symptoms. Spurs organization then put him through a series of tests to figure out what exactly was the cause for this, and thankfully they were able to find this early. Spurs organization probably has the best medical team and staff in the NBA, or among the best. Brilliant men and women they have over there. So I give my respect and admiration to not only them, but all medical practitioners and professionals, as well as any of you who may be watching or have a friend or family that works in that particular field. If some of you may remember, Brandon Ingram also had a blood clot. I believe it was in his shoulder, same as Wembanyama's. There were some months in recovery, but he was able to make it back.
Nice.
Asor Thompson of the Detroit Pistons, I believe he had it in his leg, if I'm not mistaken. He was out for a duration of the season. He had quite recently came back a few weeks ago. And the most infamous example of this being Chris Bosh, who had experienced a blood clot himself that had traveled to his lungs, and the very next year he had another one. When I first saw this news break, it affected me in such a way that proved detrimental to me. I couldn't finish the video in the proper time because this is going on a couple of hours, I believe, after the story broke, as I lost my mother to this very diagnosis
Oh
almost
man.
5 years ago now.
Bro, I'm so sorry. So sorry, Dynamo. Man.
It destroyed me, and my soul has been in tatters ever since. And I can't stress enough how dangerous this is, as this is so silent in nature. It can take your life or anyone you know or love in a blink of an eye, really, and there will be little to no warning signs. What little symptoms there are can be swelling or pain in whatever particular extremity you happen to have the clot, but many times there isn't, and you just don't know. What one immediately has to do is take anticoagulants or blood thinners, and even
Okay.
then you're not out of the woods yet. You need downtime, recovery. Doing anything physically straining is just out of the question entirely. And I
That's
suppose
scary. That's scary. It's scary to think that any of us could have this. So I've never been too well versed in blood clots. How does it happen?
Those players and professional athletes, as opposed to the average person, are so in tune with their body to such an extent that they can probably feel the slightest of differences in regards to their own main frame, especially since the majority of the time when one does develop a DVT and you're an NBA player, it happens to be in their arm or shoulder. Players in the sport have their arms up a lot for many different reasons, but primarily being to shoot, put a shot up, get a rebound. And when taking into consideration the countless hours of shooting drills, non-stop practice, fine-tuning one's craft at the sport of basketball, players can probably, in my estimation or belief, feel something is off quicker than your average person would.
Yeah.
Athletes in general perhaps can attest to this, I don't know. But I do know this is devastating to hear for not only the Spurs players, but also Spurs fans. I mean, to not only lose the centerpiece player of your organization, but also one of the best players in the league,
Yep.
and soon to be probably the best player in the league in a few years, if not a lot sooner. But also Greg Popovich, who suffered a stroke some months ago. Spurs just pulled off a great trade in acquiring De'Aaron Fox to pair alongside Wembanyama. There's 20-something odd games left remaining in the regular season. The Spurs could have made a push. They currently find themselves 12th in the West at the making of this video. While not a lot of time remaining left in the season, this is the West where team could lose a game or two and then the standings could shift drastically. But first and foremost, health is always going to be the primary concern. I'm really happy that they were able to catch this early. My prayers to Wembanyama, his family, teammates. I'll surely miss Wembanyama playing. He was averaging about 24 points this season, 11 rebounds, I believe almost 4 blocks a game, which is ridiculous.
And we've seen so many times he's gotten those 10 block games. It's... Damn, man, this isn't just an injury.
But I very much look forward to seeing him next season. I lament society existing in such a way that these resources aren't available to the general populace, and just the ease at which these procedures are done for players. Different world, different lifestyle, different standard of living, but all the same, I wish things were better for the majority. If you or a loved one have any experience with DVT, if you're willing, feel free to share your sentiments in the comment section below. Thank you all so very much for watching as always. Like and subscribe if you are new, and I will see you all on the next one.
Man, all I have to say is I'm so sorry for your loss, man. I wasn't expecting that turn. I could hear it in your voice, though, that this was personal, you know? Second of all, I'm not going to upload this video until tomorrow. Because you just dropped this video a couple hours ago, so that wouldn't be right. Third, Wemby, man. See, when I heard about this, I thought I saw just like an injury, you know, and then, you know, the shoulder thing popped up, and I'm like, okay, maybe it was just a shoulder injury, he'll be back. But I didn't know it was a blood clot. And I also didn't understand how severe that is and how dangerous that is. So the thought that like we could lose Wemby that's scary. You know, injuries come and go, people recover. In fact, in my mind, I was thinking, all right, you know, MJ was injured in his second year, but he came back fine. You know, so maybe it'll be no big deal. Maybe Wemby will come back bigger and stronger and he'll be fine. But if it's something like this changes things, because it's not just a matter of, you know, recover the ankle. I don't know. After this, I'm going to have to go do some research on blood clots and get a better understanding. But, I mean, most of all is just, man, shout out to Dynamo. As someone who is very close to his mother as well, I can only imagine how devastating that would be. And it's something, as my mother grows older and older, it's something I think about more and more, and it scares me, you know, to think that someday she will be gone and I will continue on. It's not a good thought, and all I could do is just every day, you know, be as present in her life in a positive way as I can possibly be. And we remain close, and we will always remain close, and we've always been close. So that is all I can do. But man, I'm sorry for your loss. San Antonio fans, sorry for your loss right now. I hope Wemby comes back healthier and stronger than ever. But it's a scary situation. So I don't know. I'm going to sign off there, guys. Have a good night, all right? Peace out.